creating a GTD dashboard in Notion. So let's get started. So, what is this GTD and how important it is? Well, the well known task management method known as getting things done, or GTD, was developed by productivity guru David Allen. The technique is predicted on a straightforward fact. It becomes more difficult to prioritize what needs to be addressed when there is a lot of information racing through your mind. It is crucial to view the capacity to do task and complete task as a talent. It enables us to prioritize tasks, keep our attention on the other or important things, draw lessons from every stage of the project, and take appropriate action. Thanks to Notion, you can now create your own GTD template or dashboard. Feel overburdened by the number of tasks you have to remember to do? Fear of overlooking minute details? Take on multiple hats in both your professional and personal life, begins many undertakings but struggles to see them through to completion. Never participated in GTD before? I'm going to show you how to create this. So first, you must have your Notion, create a new page, for example, GTD dashboard, and then click this three dots above, toggle on the small text and full width in order for you to use this entire page. I have added the cover photo already and also an icon. So to start, you just have to go to Notion, sign up, and you must have your active Google account, of course, or Gmail address, and then password, and that's it. So as you can see, if you go to Notion website, you will see here other information about Notion, such as the product, how to download, solutions, resources, and also pricing to compare its package and plan. So there are a lot of things that you can do here in Notion, especially if you are more on creating tons of project management and also task. And if in case you run a business or even if you're just working or a student, this Notion is indeed helpful. Okay, so create or sign up for your account or log in if you have an account already in Notion. Now going back, so this is our GTD dashboard, getting things done. To start, you just have to type slash. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to create a page. So under GTD dashboard, we have now created a page by typing slash page. And this page is what we call GTD task. So that is the first task, project, and other databases that are helpful. So here we have created a table view. So this is for task. We have to toggle on the small text and full width in order to use this entire page. So thanks to Notion, we can now start with our task. Okay. You can benefit from the flexible and adaptable approach to task management provided by the GTD here in Notion. So the following are some of the main advantages. Of course, it can increase focus, increase productivity, stress reduction, and increased control. So to start here, all you have to do is to add property. To add property, you just have to click this and then click edit property if you want to edit the property or add property. So here I have added the things that I need to get focused to or things to get done, okay, as soon as possible. So I have here area in technology, environment, education, society, business, client, work. So this is where my life revolves. So I have to get focused with these things. Okay, so you can add it to your context. Anyways, this property is what we call multi-select. You can add tons of options. So go to edit property, multi-select, and then you can add options here. Later, I'm going to show you how to use this one. Okay, so we have here context. Now, if you want to add a task, you can just simply add a task by entering some information or words inside this text box. Let's just say, for example, this is one of my tasks. Okay, so I need to identify target market segments. Okay, so I just have to add it right here. And then I can now select a context here. For example, this is in the area of work. Okay, so this field is for my work. So that's how you use this multi-select. You have options. So another, if you want to add a property, you just have to click this plus icon. Let's just say we're going to add checkbox. you can change the name to complete. And once this task is, or if you have already completed this, then you just have to check this box. Okay. So that's it. You just have to adjust if you think that it's, too much occupying space. Also, if you want to hide the name and you just want the boxes here, you just have to drag and adjust. If you want to add another property, just click this plus icon. This time, what we're going to do is to add select property. And you can rename this to, let's just say, priority, or everything is up to you. Okay, so priority. And then go to option. Let's just say if this one is, low, not that really necessary to do, and medium, and then high. So it is categorized by low, medium, and high. So of course, high if it needs urgent action, medium if not so, and low, you can just simply do it the next time. So for this task here, for my work, I need to put this to, let's just say, medium, but everything is up to you so that you would know that this task is urgent or not. So that's a good thing about setting or adding a priority property here or select property here. Another one, if you want to add another property, let's just say for number, then you can simply, look for this number property and then change this to duration if you want. So let's just say for this one, it takes 120 hours for me to do so that you can know how to manage your time, already how to manage your time when it comes to doing like this and that. Okay, so for a date, you just have to add property, go to date, and then set the date. For example, you need to get this task done by May 8th. Okay, so that's the good thing about this GTD task. So pretty simple, right? If you want to add another property like people, files and media, formula, you just have to click this plus icon and look for the specific property that you want to add here. Okay, so that is for GTD tasks. Okay, I have added a cover photo here. There are tons of cover photos that you can use. You just have to go to change cover. So another thing is that we have here tasks. So you have to click slash again, go to page, and then you can rename this as project. And same thing, you just have to toggle on this small width, full width in order for you to use the entire page. And then untitled, name this as GTD project. You can now change the cover, photo, and also add an icon. To start, you can now click slash and then look for table view, same with what we did in GTD task here. Then you can simply, hide this untitled here by tapping this layout and toggle off the show database title. Add cover photo, add icon. Okay, so for GTD projects, these are the projects that I need to do right away. Or same thing with a test. I can manage through this Notion dashboard what are the things needed to be done or what are the things that I can do later. So projects I have here career profession, health and wellness, relationship, personal development, finance, recreation and leisure, environment, and spiritual property, but actually everything is up to you. You can delete a property by tapping this delete icon if you think that it's not necessary. To add, simply click this plus icon and then look for a specific, let's just say this property is relation. So relation is that you can sync the information or the task that you have added in your task dashboard here in your project. So I can name this as GTD task. So all the information in my GTD task dashboard, I can see it here. Okay, for example, this one. So as you can see, if we go back, I'm gonna show you if you get confused just in case. So these are the tasks right here in my GTD task dashboard. So I can add or more if I wanted to. For example, this one is medical advancement. I can set this to help. This one is already done. Priority, medium, duration. I think it took 150 hours for me to complete this one. Date, of course, it's already done. So suppose it is already done. So it's May 5th. Okay. And then if we go back to GTD dashboard and go to projects, okay, click this one. So that's the good thing about this relation property. Okay. So as you can see, I just relate or type this relation, of course. I just sync this information or all the informations from a GTD task, I can see it right here. Okay, again, go to edit property, go to relation, and then add relation to your GTD task. Okay, so all the information in your GTD task, you can see it once you tap this text box here. Same thing, if you go to your GTD task and then add property like relation and then add just GTD projects in your GTD task, for example, this one right here. So whatever is in your GTD projects, you can see it right here. For example, for this first task, I can set this to my career and profession. For my second task, I can set this to health and wellness. Okay, so everything is good once you have added relation property. Okay, it makes everything so smooth, getting things done very easily. Okay, so again, if you want to change the cover, you can do this one. Change cover, look for something related to project, something like that. And also with the icon. Okay, so for GTD projects, I added a date property and then I renamed this as last review. Okay, so you can move it right here. You can set another or you can add another property. Tap this one. And then this time I want to add number and then change the name into a next review. It's okay. I'm going to show you how to use this one later. And then I want to add another property again. But let me set a date first for my last review. So my last review for this, like let's just say it was last May 1. So my next review for this should be in the next 7 days. Okay, so that's it. So I'm going to add another property by tapping this plus icon, and this time we're going to use this formula property. Okay, so you can rename this for, let's just say, next review. So after 7 days, your next review will be this day. Okay, so to set the formula for this, all you have to do is to follow what I'm going to type here. So first you have to type date add, last review. Okay, and then actually there are tons of formulas that you can use here, but for this, what you're going to do is to follow the formula that I'm about to show you right now. Okay, so this one, data add, okay, open now, open and close, comma, 7 days, or 7, comma, and then days. Okay, you just have to copy this one and then click done, and it will appear the date that you need to review again. Okay, so meanwhile, next 7 days is, of course, May 8th. So all you have to do is to add the dates here for last review, the number. For example, this is the next review, number of days 8. So probably the next review will be May 10. Okay, so that's the good thing about this formula. Okay, so feel free to add a more GTD task, last review here, a next review days, and then a next review. It will just appear right after you have added the last review and next review. So don't worry about this next review right here. Once you have added the information in last review and next review, it will just pop off the date of when is your next review. Okay, so for our last section is our area of focus here. So what we're going to do is to add more databases. I'm going to show you and I'm going to introduce to you some of the databases here in Notion. Okay, so we have here call outs. All you have to do is to type slash call outs, and then here you can use or you can type inbox here. So for inbox, you can add your GTD task. In order to turn this into page, I mean, you can see all your GTD tasks here. Okay, so in order to do that, what you're going to do is to simply click slash. Okay, and then go to link view of database here, and then select GTD task, and it will just show it right here. So again, let me do it again. Slash. Okay, and then scroll down, look for link view, look for its specific GTD task here. And sometimes it appears below, but all you have to do is to drag it above. So this is your GTD task, right? So no need to click the GTD task page above. You can see it right here. But everything is up to you. You can also add other things here in call app. So anyways, you can add more tasks here. You can set this to complete checklist boxes and then change the contacts into or categorize it into education. So content one, we have your education date, duration, and then for GTD projects, you can choose what is the area of this project or field. For example, this one is for personal development. Okay. So yes, that's it. And that's how you add another database here in Notion. So if you want to also add the project, you can do the same thing. You just have to type slash or you can duplicate this and then change this into project if you want to add another information about your projects, not the other one. Okay, so if you have new project, new details about your project, all you have to do is to duplicate this and then change everything. But if you want to add the projects here, same thing in GTD projects, just again type slash and then link database and then look for project. But this time, I want to change the name this into needs review so that I can follow up myself what are the things or the projects here that needs review. So as you can see, this is my GTD project, right? And I'm going to add again last review for this. And then number of days. Okay. Next review after 8 days. So that is May 10. This one is 9, 5. So the purpose of this is that if you just focus on your, last review, next review, and then number of days here in your GTD projects. And in case you have tons of templates and task management or anything inside your GTD projects, and you just want to simply change everything here with your last review, next review, and then next review days. You can just simply add this to your Notion dashboard, like in the main page, okay? So you don't need to go to the link above and click GTD projects, okay? You can just simply change or update everything here in your main page. Okay, so that's the good thing about this. Okay, so feel free to again add and then update your task, update your projects, add last review, add next review days, and then the next review will just appear right away. Okay, so after this, I'm going to show you again another database that you can use here in your Notion. Okay, so to add another template or another database, you just have to simply tap any space here below and then type slash. Okay. And then this time, I'm gonna add this basic blocks for call out again. So for example, sort by context. Okay, so you can just simply add sort by context here. You can change the color actually and the color background if you wanted to by tapping this 9 dots. Okay, so you have tons of options here. Anyway, sorting contents helps you to locate a specific question or activity more quickly. So you can add it right here, but actually this one is optional. So if you want to change the layout of your task here, for example, if you want to change the layout of your GTD tasks or GTD projects from table view, you have tons of layout here to choose. For example, let me add here my, what is this, GTD task. Okay, if you want to change the view, you just have to click this 3 dots and then go to board view, which is also I highly recommended because this one is so easy to use. All you have to do is to simply drag everything. For example, if you are done with one task, you can move this to another task. For example, for this business task, I wanted to move this to client education, education environment. So you can just simply tap this board and then move it to the category that you want or the section that you want this to place. Okay, so that's a good thing about this board layout. Okay, so this is what it looks like. If you want to change it to another layout again, then you can change that. If you want to group this, Okay, for example, you can simply group the following here in order for you to know exactly and to simply locate this by just simply group this. So group this by priority. So all tasks under priority will be shown here. Group this task into medium. Group this task into business, into client. So all of the tasks or projects under business, under client, you can see it right here once you group this by. Okay. So that's the good thing about that feature. Okay, so that's it. That's how easy it is to use this. That's how you create a task or projects or area of focus here in your GTD dashboard using your Notion. So all you have to do is to know what are the tasks and the projects and to figure out or know the use of the properties and also the templates here in Notion. Then you can have your GTD dashboard. So I do really hope this video helped you. That's how you create a GTD dashboard here in Notion. Now, if you have found this video helpful, simply leave a like below or subscribe because it helps me reach more people. See you soon.